Good morning, guys.
Today we're in Albany where we've been working all week.
And we've got the day off today, so we're going to try and show you as much as we can and what we're up to today.
We're starting down at Middleton Beach and we're going to have some breakfast and then we'll catch you afterwards. The waffle's a bit wrong, so I've got chocolate sauce. And Eve's got all this on hers. Special pumpkin one with some caramel and biscuit and biscuit bits and ice cream. I'm going to try and nab a few toppings.
We've got a lovely view of Middleton Beach from up here. We've came down to the Ellen Cove boardwalk down at Middleton Beach. We're going to walk off our breakfast with some lovely views of the sea.
Charles Darwin came here in 1836 on board the HMS Beagle, all the way from the UK, and we can see why, 'cause it's a pretty nice spot.
Beautiful area. We've just walked about 5k's now and we can see the sea again, and you can see this lovely entertainment centre, a big harbour and a nice hotel, and this means we're back in the centre of the town, so we're going to have a wander around, see what we can find.
We've just found this lovely little university building down by the harbour side, and there's a little high street with some cafes and palm trees and such, so we'll let you know if we find anything lovely. We're at another one of the town's landmarks now.
It's called Dog Rock. It's meant to look like a dog, but it's a big rock. Louis thinks it looks like a basset hound, but I'm saying more Labrador. Let us know what you think.
We've made it down to the waterfront now in Albany, and we're on a little jetty. Over here we've got a replica of one of the ships that they used to send out in World War I. And then we've got the Albany itself over there, and a lovely little view out to sea. We're in the Museum of the Great Southwest.
Starting off in the Lighthouse exhibition.
And then we're going to go on the Brig Amity, which is the big ship, and learn a bit more about the local area. This is the museum from the outside. It's made up of all these outbuildings and it's all completely free. So we're going to head in the next one, which tells you about Albany, and it also has the bathrooms in it, so that's our next little stop. And then we're hopefully going to go on the Brig Amity ship, which will be very cool.
This is a nice map that shows Albany. We're about here right now, and it's a nice big natural harbour.
Here's one of the original versions of a panorama. Back in 1834, a chap did this in 8 different sketches and then got them all put together and then coloured them all in, which is really nice. It shows the old Aboriginal communities who lived here and owned the land, and there's cool stories that when the military used to arrive on the ships, because they were all white, the Aboriginal community thought that they were spirits, so they'd copy the dances that they did to warn evil spirits away. But it was actually military drills, so the Aboriginals were doing military drills, and they still pass this down as dances today. And they've only realised sort of 100 years later that they're actually doing military drills. So that's pretty cool.
If you've got a car, these are some good sights to see on the coast: the natural bridge, the gap, and the Dog Rock. This is the ship, the Brig Amity. It sailed from Sydney and it's called Brig Amity because brig is a type of ship. It's got 2 sails and amity means friendship.
When it came from Sydney, it brought 21 crew and 23 convicts, and they together set up the settlement that is Albany.
It was unveiled by Her Majesty the Queen. R.I.P.
Hello, Amity. Welcome aboard my ship. crossing over now to the Albany Gaol.
It's actually not called a gaol, it's called a jail. And it was set up when they first settled here, so they could put all the convicts from the boats into the jail.
So them 23 convicts we told you about, this is where they lived.
This was their home. We're just walking up the main street now, just on the hunt for some postcards.
It's called York Street. It's got some lovely old architecture on, some cafes, and also the visitor centre further up.
We're just resting our legs now in the town square. We've got the visitor centre behind us.
We've got the town hall here, and then across the road is the Albany Hotel, dating back to 1891.
And right in the middle is the sea.
We've just walked up the road and found another Albany Hotel, which dates even further back to 1835. The last thing we've got to show you now is the house where we've been staying.
So let's show you around. So when you come in through the front door, we have a little living area here and a dining table, a nice kitchen and a second living room there. And we've got this huge outside space. So it's meant to be for 4 people here, but there's only me and Louie here, which is really lucky. So there's a nice lemon tree, somewhere to hang up all of your washing, and then there's some more space around the corner too. So that's a really nice outdoor space that we have there. And then back through here, I'll show you all the bedrooms because there's plenty of them. We each got designated a bedroom, but obviously we picked the best one. This one's bedroom 4. Obviously neither of us got this one, and that one's bedroom 3. So you'll have like a little set of drawers, a bed, like a cupboard, the usual stuff. Then a big-ish bathroom, and then there's a separate toilet just in there. Lovely space for all your washing and your ironing. Then this is the one that Louie got, which would be absolutely fine. Single bed, but wardrobe space through there, chest of drawers. Can't really complain. This is the one I got. So I got this huge wardrobe, big double bed, big chest of drawers, nice window, and an ensuite. So we were really lucky with this because obviously that means that if anybody had turned up, we could have just used that and we wouldn't have to share. So luckily for us, nobody has, and it's been a very nice house, and we're very, very grateful for it because it could have been much worse. So yeah, just gonna have a little chill around now.
That's all from us here in Albany.
Here's the postcards that we picked out, so some of our lucky viewers might just get some of these in the post.